loved by all America, but by me, my children, and my grandchildren, who have always thought of her as a fairy godmother. And I never even knew she could cook. Today, she's going to prepare for us something called Dolly's Diamond Dessert. Ha! Lovely, darling. Oh, it's so wonderful to see you.
Now, we're going to make this
Yes.
for Hugo.
Oh.
Who is Robert's grandson, looks very much like him, and for Alexis, his granddaughter, and Juliet, the very little baby.
Oh, darling, how wonderful of you to remember their names.
Oh, but they're mine, practically.
So kind, yes.
Oh, yes.
Well, whenever you come to England, they get so excited.
Do they?
And you lunch them at the Connaught. I always think it's a great
yes.
thing to give children an idea of style when they're young.
Élan.
Yes, élan.
Well, now, what we have, as you say, is
Yes.
Dolly's Diamond Dessert.
Yes.
Now, what we begin with, as you see,
Yes.
this is a mixture of flour and sugar. And this is the butter. Now, this marble slab...
Yes, darling.
The reason for this is because it must be very cold so that the butter won't get all flat.
I see.
You understand?
Perfect.
Okay, so we take this and we mix it up first with this fork.
Yes.
Now, everything works better with your
Yes.
fingers.
Yes.
So we put this on the marble slab.
Oh, yes.
Yes, we make a hole in the middle. Now, in the middle, we put this, two little eggs. Eggs, the yolks, and the whites.
But does everyone have marble in the kitchen in America?
You have to go get marble in order to make
Just a
this
piece.
recipe. Just a piece.
The price, dear, must be colossal.
Well, nothing good comes easy.
Yes, quite right, or cheap, yes.
There we are, or cheap,
Yes.
that's right. So then we take the butter and we put the butter in there. Now, I'm sorry, I was told not to use fingers, but I did
Yes.
wash my hands.
Oh, darling, it's absolutely lovely. Oh, yes.
And
oh,
so
very good.
it'll all be very nice and,
Yes, it's
and
absolutely lovely.
sanitary, you understand?
I'm surprised at the richness of the ingredients because, of course, I've always thought that you were a little bit choosy about what you ate. You usually come with your own lunch, don't you, darling?
Choosy about what I ate.
Yes.
Yes. Well, I am. You're absolutely right. I am. The whole problem is that I cannot eat this, but I am making this for you, and I often cook for my friends, and I am what you call a food voyeur. Food voyeur. What it means is people I love, I make things for, like Robert Morley and his grandchildren, and then I make them eat it, and then they have to tell me exactly what it tastes like, and I get this, well, it's how I get my jollies, is exactly what it is. Now, we haven't time to keep kneading this all together.
So unselfish.
But let me show you, unselfish.
Yes,
Look,
yes,
let me
yes.
show you. This, after we get this together, we stick it in an oven for 25 minutes at 350, and this rice here, no, you don't eat that.
Sorry.
No, Robert, put it down.
Yes, I
and you
haven't-
see
I haven't
here,
touched it.
this is weighed down with raw rice because it needs weight. So, there, this comes out here, and this is what this turns into in 25 minutes in 350. Now, here, you see, this is a very special pan, and it slides right out. Isn't that divine? Isn't that
Yes,
divine?
it's lovely,
Yeah.
darling.
So we put this in here. There, we weigh that down. This is what goes in there. Now, here we are. I have started making the pastry cream. Oh, it's getting a little lumpy, so we just
dear.
stir it. You must stir it constantly or it starts sticking. Oh, vanilla. Would you like to
Yes,
take the
darling,
top off the
delicious,
vanilla?
yes.
We have to have a teaspoonful of vanilla. Here we are. There. That's excellent. There.
There we are.
Teaspoonful of vanilla and 2 tablespoonfuls of Kirschwasser.
Oh, I'm so pleased to see somebody using alcohol in the cooking at last, yes.
Yes, no, it
Very
goes
true,
in
yes, too.
the dessert. Yes, there we are.
There we are.
Oh,
One.
mustn't waste 2 tablespoonfuls of Kirschwasser. Isn't it divine? Smell
Yes,
it.
lovely.
You can
really
have a
do.
little if you want.
Lovely.
This is the glaze. Red currant jelly. You see here, it's so simple. This is the lemon juice and a little more Kirschwasser in it.
Oh, yes.
Just so that you enjoy it. Now, you paint this with that. See, we take a brush and we paint this. Isn't this fun?
It's going to be simply delicious.
Well, I'm going to mail it to Hugo.
So, oh,
This is the finished pastry cream. In it is milk, sugar, cornstarch, egg yolks, Kirschwasser, vanilla, and butter. We must make the diamond. You make a diamond. This is Dolly's diamond.
just put him on.
Well, in the shape of a diamond.
Well, I don't know,
See,
darling. You're the one who knows about diamonds. I've
Well, they
never
go
had
this
any.
way. Oh,
There you
look,
are.
you see. Oh, this is difficult, really.
Well, they're sort of diamond, dear. Yes.
Yes. Now, when we get there, once we get the diamond on there, this is the blueberries. We put the blueberries in the center
My
of the
goodness.
diamond. Yes. Then we put the strawberries on the outside, fresh strawberries. And kiwi, I never understand why people put kiwi in these, because it's utterly tasteless, don't you think?
No, I can't, I mustn't, because you're so sweet, but I do rather like it. It's
Do
got
you?
sort of- yes, it comes from New Zealand. One must do all one can to help the New Zealanders, you know, they're so
Oh, is that
far,
why? It's
well, they're
pity.
so far away. Well,
I
they're rather out of it all. If you've ever been to New Zealand, you'll know it's a Pacific island closed from Thursday to Monday. So, of course, they don't get many visitors.
So it's the kiwi only that keeps them in touch?
Well, yeah, I
I
think
see.
they sell mutton, too. But that's rather gone to India now, I think. But
Mutton, yes.
it's a very dull country. It's the only country in the world, really, where they don't fall asleep counting sheep.
Because they have so many.
Because there's such a lot of money in it. It's very
Money.
pretty, a little bit disorganized like you, my darling, but very pretty.
Oh, I thought I was very well
Well, it
organized.
is pretty
we
good.
put a few more of these on the top because they're diamonds, you see. They look like diamonds. Then we pour this over,
Oh,
and we
good.
hope that it congeals.
But
Yeah.
we're going to take a little break now, my darling.
Yes.
And then, ladies and gentlemen, don't go away, because in a minute we're coming back to taste this wonderful Dolly's Diamond dessert cooked by a star for a star.
Tomorrow morning, you'll face...
Gracious, it's perked up no end, hasn't it? Looks like this-
Suddenly organized,
Oh,
isn't it?
lovely.
Oh,
Looks like the
look.
set piece in a patisserie's window. I'm dying to taste it. Now,
Robert,
let me see.
do go ahead, taste it. Now, you tell me all about it.
Well,
Yes?
irresistible high spirits
Yeah.
with a texture of seriousness. Yes, very like you, my darling, and wonderful value for the money. Now then, tell me something.
Yes, I want you to have a little demi-tasse.
Oh,
yes, sir.
Well, I
will-
never understood the word demitasse. It's very
Now,
strange,
this
isn't
is
it?
how I get my jollies, is that has the vanilla in it, and it's all creamy.
And it's
Yeah.
going to be lovely.
And when you, oh.
Demitasse, and then there was something called à la mode, wasn't there, years ago?
Yes, there was.
The two words they borrowed from the French. That was
yes.
apple pie with ice cream.
Yes.
My darling, it's so good. Now tell me, what are you going to do? Are we going to see you soon in something?
Well, you know Jerry Herman, who writes the words and music on La Cage aux Folles.
Oh.
Have you seen it?
My dear, wasn't, and you know I started it all. I came to America all those years ago in Oscar Wilde and got them used to the whole idea.
Well, now it's a musical comedy, and it's a beautiful, wonderful show. You must see
I
it.
did see it. I saw it with Helen Hayes. Wonderful. At a matinee.
No, you mean Helen Hayes was playing one of the
No,
transvestites?
she came with me.
She came
Yes,
with you,
yes.
I understand.
Yes, it was lovely.
I see, and you saw La Cage aux Folles.
Yes.
Did you like the music and lyrics?
Oh, I loved it,
Well,
darling.
that's my Jerry Herman.
Well, darling, how lovely. And what's this one going to
Well,
be?
Jerry wrote Hello, Dolly, and he wrote Mame and so many
Yes.
Broadway hits. And this one is more than halfway finished, and it's going to be, we have no title, but for a working title, we call it The Follies. And it's a great, big, lavish musical review.
Oh, goodness, how lovely.
Do you think so?
You'll bring it to London. And you wowed them at Drury Lane,
If we
you
can
remember?
get it to be enough of a hit, we can bring it to London. That's what we'll do. Do you think they'd like Carol's Diamond Dessert
My
in
darling,
London?
I think we should serve it in the intervals. I think we should
you?
package it and serve it up so they could eat it at matinees. Because, of course, in England, you know, they have tea trays on their laps. And this would go very well. It's awfully good, darling. You see, I'm really eating it.
I make it for all my friends.
Darling, it's been a pleasure and a privilege. It made me so proud.
Oh,
and thank you again very much
lovely to see
for this
you again.
delicious, delicious food.
All three of your grandchildren are the image of you. Aren't they fortunate?
If you'd like the recipe for this Carol Channing's Dolly's Diamond dessert, just send a stamped, self-addressed envelope to this address.
Celebrity Chefs, Post Office Box 50468, Cicero, Illinois, 60650. We'll send you the 2 recipes we've prepared today.
That's all from Celebrity Chefs for today. I do hope you've enjoyed watching us making all this marvelous food as much as I personally have enjoyed eating it. Until next time.
Look, Robert, I forgot to put my own diamond on it.
Oh,
That's